How's it going, everyone? Ryan here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Churro. So today on day 2, what am I expecting? I'm expecting the museum tent to finally be up. I'm expecting my tent to have been upgraded into a house, which means, of course, then Biff's and Quinn's tents should also be upgraded to houses as well, too. And then after that, I don't really know what else to expect. I think it's going to be mainly a day of trying to upgrade the museum as well, too. So catching a ton of critters. And, of course, getting into the groove of doing daily Animal Crossing stuff again. It's only fitting that we kick off this daily ritual with a doozy of an island announcement. The Churro Airport is now open for business. That's right, I forgot. Now, because I'm a Nook Miles Plus member, I can start buying tickets so I can start using the airport. I forgot about that. I do have one other item to share, and it too is a Whopper. As of this very day, a brilliant fellow by the name of Blathers will be joining us on Churro. And there we have it. My tent, now been upgraded to a nice house with a blue roof. And I always love getting letters from mom. No matter what game I'm in, Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, video game moms are always the best. From Happy Home Academy, we got... well, that may be from my mom. I can't tell. I got pears and a wooden mini table. I'm going to say that your mom in the beginning gives you the fruit that is not normally grown on your island. So my island normally grows cherries. And so I think I got the pears from my mom, which means I got the DIY recipe from Happy Home Academy. Let's go around and see what else is brand new. Now, there wasn't any announcement of a visitor, and I don't have a slingshot. That's unfortunate. But it doesn't really matter because Gulliver is right here anyway. So many new things to do on day 2. What I'm going to do first and foremost is I'm going to go ahead and just check in with Blathers really quick. Hi, Blathers. Good to see you here on Churro. One thing I know a lot of people like to do is they like to not donate anything to Blathers, which I think is really interesting, but I can see why. For those that don't know, if you don't donate anything to Blathers, you see this nice little tent setup he has here? If you never donate anything to Blathers, he actually stays in this tent basically forever until you decide to donate stuff to him. So I tried doing that on a previous playthrough, but for some reason, it just felt like, I don't know, I was missing out. I was getting all these fossils that I basically wasn't donating, capturing all these critters as well too. And so for this playthrough, I'm definitely going to be upgrading the museum. And like I said before, I don't have a plan to get this island to 5 stars, like, on a straight trajectory. If it ever gets there, then that's great. Same thing with the museum. If the museum ever gets completed, because that's just how the game naturally gets played out, then great. Should you discover a new type of insect or fish, do be so kind as to bring it here. And so for this playthrough, I will be bringing everything new that I catch to Blathers. I lack the number of exhibits needed to open it. Okay, how many do you think you will need? I wonder if it's like 5. As it happens, there sits a substantial stretch of land beyond the river. I would bet my pin feathers this primitive plot is flush with the fossils I require. Right, I believe this is where I get the ability to get a vaulting pole. With wood gathered from Churro, one can make a lengthy vaulting pole. Great! Which really only means that I'm going to be able to go across to other parts of the island to clean up all the weeds that are that are there. It's a mess out there. If I'm to open the museum, I must acquire more items to exhibit. 15 more to be precise. Goodness gracious, it is going to be a day. All right, folks, 15 critters. And I do believe that this is something that I'm most likely going to take care of today. In the beginning parts of Animal Crossing New Horizons, they try to drip feed you things to do every now and again, and I guess the tents for the villagers don't get upgraded for a little bit. Good morning, Quinn and Biff. Even though my house is upgraded. So I'll check in with Tom Nook really quick just to see if there's anything else he has for me today. It looks like there's a little announcement on the bulletin board as well, too. There's an announcement for the tape deck in front of Resident Services Center. So another thing that wasn't added until later on in New Horizons life, which is the group stretching. You can obviously do those for stamps. You can do them if you just want to get some morning exercise in with your Animal Crossing villagers. I myself personally never used them all that much. I really only did it for stamps. And even then, I never really did it physically. I would always just use the controller. Which one did you guys use whenever you guys do the Resident Services tape deck stretching? Do you guys use your controller, or do you actually stand up and do the stretching? Let me know. We'd love to know. Excuse me, Tommy. I'm trying to get into the tent. I've got a little lively discussion going on here this morning. Probably about the store. Since the number of homeowners is increasing, I agree that we need to build a shop. So the new home loan is 98,000 bells, which I've been in the millions of bells before. 98,000 doesn't really feel like a lot. In the beginning, it might feel like getting that much is going to be a lot, but to be completely honest, once you catch enough fish and bugs and just sell them, it gets pretty easy to get up that amount that you need. It looks like he's also giving us a Nook Miles ticket as well too. Now, right now, as someone who's done a lot of villager hunting, right now, as far as I can remember, this ticket isn't going to really do me much of anything. It'll take me to a different island, but there won't be any villagers there for me to be able to take home or anything like that. It'll literally just be a way for me to go and get more resources when I run out on my island here, which I remember doing a lot. I remember I would gather up as much wood as I could on my main island and then use whatever resources I could to go to mystery islands to get, you know, more hardwood, more coal, more iron, things of that nature. But for now, it looks like they're not really going to discuss the shop any bit further. Maybe if I initiate some sort of dialogue. Here we go. This is good timing, actually. I've been meaning to talk to you about Timmy's shop. Or rather, I've been meaning to point you in Timmy's direction. Okay, let's talk to Timmy. I'm hoping that you might be interested in collaborating on a new venture, building a new shop. How much of each thing do you think you're going to need, my friend? I think it's like 30. Like 30 hardwood, 30 regular wood, 30 stone. I think 30 was the number I remember. Yep, 30 pieces of each type of wood and 30 iron nuggets. So this is where using the Nook Miles ticket is going to come in handy, especially because he mentions that you can get them from any other island. So if nothing else, it's kind of like steering you in that direction. I'm going to, I guess then at that point, gather as many resources as I can here on my main island. And especially now that I have the ability to make vaulting poles. No ladder yet, though. Should be a lot easier. So we have our agendas. We are going to be working on getting critters for the museum, and then I'm going to be working on gathering resources for the shop. First, one of the things that the house has now is a new storage or upgraded storage. What's up, Quinn? Heard you were getting stuff together for a shop. If they got you gathering stuff for a shop, you might want this. What is it? What? A shovel. Oh, wait, that's... What? Wait, do the villagers normally give you tools? I don't remember ever getting tools from any villagers ever. It's called the Pretty Good Tools Recipes. Everything I built from there has been super sturdy. If you dig that shovel, go get that collection. You'll be buried in shovels in no time. Huh. I think what happened was, before I simply just got all that stuff by myself, and I never really ran around my villagers enough for them to be able to get me stuff like that. But that is so cool if they give you tools and stuff. And maybe it's just for this beginning portion because of the fact that, like, you're still learning stuff. But yeah, I've never had a villager give me a tool before. That's awesome. Right. Before I start catching all these things that I know for a fact I'm going to donate, I need to put some of this stuff away. That way I'm not burdening my inventory. And of course, with a bigger home means that things are now a little bit more spaced out, which is good. I don't really have any furniture to put out. Welcome to my humble abode. What's up, Biff? Don't mind me just going out trying to catch some stuff for the museum here. Oh, that's cool. I thought he was going to give me more another tool. I don't have an axe just quite yet. That's one thing I need to definitely make. But these iron nuggets are definitely going to help. I also forgot that Gulliver is also sitting right here too. Man, there's just so much that I can accomplish on day 2. I actually forgot that there is quite a lot to do in the beginning, and thus far none of this stuff is really like new content. The biggest reason why I wanted to do this was because as someone who was there before the 2.0 update, I really wanted to see like how this experience was for someone who just started this game in 2023 or even 2024 once all the updates have finally been out. And so far it's good to see that the good majority of the intro part has not changed. Obviously, there is still the ability to do the group stretching, which wasn't there before. But other than that, that is really, truly the only other thing. I also saw, actually, that you can buy swimsuits and stuff, too, which is one thing that we couldn't do until, like, July, the summer that this game came out. And so that is another way that I'll probably be able to get all these critters pretty quickly compared to, you know, a long time ago when the only options were basically fossils, fishing, and catching bugs. Not that catching critters in the ocean is anything to sneeze at, but I will say it does add a lot more depth to at least this task. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to fill up my inventory with as many things as I can catch, and then just bring everything over to Blathers and slowly start reducing that 15 count. There are also still quite a lot of weeds just in general on the main part of my island. That stuff you'll probably see just start disappearing over time as these videos come out. Weed clearing, especially once Leaf comes out, like that kind of stuff doesn't really have a lot going on, and so every time I just walk past a clump of them, I just kind of take care of them. So who knows, you guys may, as this series go on, just slowly see as the island becomes cleaner and cleaner and cleaner as the days go on. While I'm doing this, just getting all these stamps completed as well too is very, very nice. I definitely gonna need more Nook miles and such for all the things that I need to buy. And I also always forgot about the bottle. At a certain point in my playthrough, I basically stopped looking for my daily DIY bottle. I don't know, it just felt like once you get to a decent point, you kind of know how to make a lot of the stuff. If you haven't learned to make it by then, you probably didn't need it, don't want it, or, you know, there's just, like I said, there's so many things to build and so many things to get that if you missed something, unless it was absolutely tied down to your theme, you may not even know about it. Once I catch this fish, what I think, or okay, since I didn't catch that fish, now I'm gonna go ahead and just go into this tent here and see about just buying straight up an axe. I don't think I have the capability to build one at the moment, as I don't have any wood, I think. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna buy that to get started, and then I can just unless building this only takes like branches and stones. What, here, let me do this really quick. 1 second, Timmy. Yep, just 1 stone and a few sticks. So I'm gonna save my money for now. I definitely need to go build some tools, especially if I want to get my my stamps completed. This is the part of Animal Crossing dailies that I remember that I kind of missed a lot. I'm trying to think of overall the list of things that you could do on a daily basis, which I'm sure will come up as the days go on here. But if I remember correctly, it's like checking all of your rocks and getting them for whatever resources they have. If you were really meticulous about it, you could even go around and gather all the resources from all of your trees without, of course, chopping them down. Collecting your daily bottle, your DIY bottle that washes up on the beach. Fossils, of course. I can't remember if there's 3 or 6 that spawn. But yeah, there's so many dailies to do. But now that I have the prerequisite materials to build that axe that I need, I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick. And since I'm sure that I'm actually going to be doing this for quite a while, I'm just going to build a second one just in case. I remember durability for items was one thing that we were all kind of wondering if they were ever going to change back when this game first came out. And I don't know if people today even have a problem with the durability of items. I know that for games like, for example, like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom and stuff, item durability, I know for a lot of people is pretty annoying. And I know for a lot of us, item durability in this game also seemed to be a little bit annoying. In fact, it got to the point where I was even thinking like, hey, they should make it so that if nothing else, like golden items don't break. So I'm curious how you all feel about that now that this game has been out for the 4 years that it has. And even though it was one thing that we all thought they were going to change, they absolutely never did. Are we all okay with the fact that durability is still a thing basically in this game, and the fact that things can break? As time went on, I started to have less and less of an issue with it. Not to say though that it isn't still quite annoying. And in case anybody is wondering, this is how I keep track basically of which trees that I chopped wood from and which ones I didn't. I wish that they had put in some sort of marking system on the tree to let you know that you had already gotten the resources from that tree that day. Obviously, you can always just hit it, and if nothing comes out, then you know, but it would just be nice as a quick little visual thing, you know what I mean? Just to let you know, hey, you don't have to worry about trying to pull out your axe. So what I'm going to do for the next, God, this is going to take a while, especially because I have the ability to make a vaulting pole now, is I'm going to go around basically the entirety of my island, and whatever tree is available to me to do this on, I am basically going to do it. So it's going to take me quite a bit. By the time I come back, you guys will see like almost every tree hopefully has been hit for any and all resources I could gather from it. Currently my inventory is full though, so time to go through the tedious task of talking to Blathers like 8 times in a row to get all these things donated. I forgot how much Blathers hates bugs. I always love that character trait about him, how he's super interested in them and he runs the local museum, but boy does he hate 1/3 of what the museum has to offer, or at least a fourth now that the roost is there. All right, this is the last thing that I had that he would take, and I think I donated a total of about 7 things, so a little bit off from the original prediction. Yep, 8 more to go. Ah, there we go. It finally happened, and bam, you just hit the A button, and there you go. I think there's a potential for there to be like 2 wasp nests at any given time. Oh, yep, there's the second one. Yep. Oh, maybe I thought it was going to be on a different part of the island. Well, now that that episode of Terror is over, I do believe, oops, if I take a quick look around, and that might be good timing if nothing else, it took me 3 total axes of the flimsy axe in order for me to get this far, and looking at all the trees, it would appear that I basically got every tree that is on this part of the island. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up everything, see what my inventory looks like after that, and then if I need to go to other parts of the island for more materials or even use the Nook Miles ticket to get to another part, or to a mystery island rather, then I will certainly do so. But this was a lot of trees to chop down. I mean, shoot, my pocket's already full. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to donate more to Blathers, get all this stuff sorted, and see what it's looking like from there. I only need 7 more softwood in order for me to have all the wood I need, but then I'm definitely going to need to go to a mystery island in order to acquire the iron nuggets that I need. If I remember correctly, I think it's iron nuggets, and just like the wood, I think it's 30. And so that's going to be a lot of work. And even though I'd love to save these Nook Miles tickets, if this is something that I really want to finish today, which to be completely honest with you, I kind of want to, I'm definitely going to either need to jump across to the other parts of this island and see what I can find. I think there are only 2 or 3 rocks on this part of my island, and hit those, although with me needing 11 more, there's a slim chance I'm gonna get it. So if nothing else, I may only need to use 1 Nook Miles ticket. We'll just have to wait and see. Well, that'll do it. All the trees, so I'm gonna go give everything that I have to Timmy really quick. I think he'll just take the wood. I don't think he'll take a portion of my iron nuggets, and then I will build what I need to get to the rest of the island. 30 of each is a lot, but once I got through that whole process, it really only took me like 10 to 15 minutes of real lifetime. To thank you, let me offer you an olive Moroccan wall, a broom and dustpan, and some simple purple flooring. What an interesting combination of interior decor. An olive Moroccan wall and a purple floor. Now, I was always kind of a stickler for how my house looked, but I think because of his generosity, I'm going to put those up in my house, and I'm going to leave them up for a little bit and see how they look. I'm sure it's going to look terrible, but I can't turn down a gift and not use it in some capacity. So it's just like against my being. I did see this these awesome little, like, this beach ball and this barbecue thing here, and like I said, if this island gets to a good rating, that's great. I'm just gonna buy things that look interesting. If I can find places for them or what I want to do with them, then, you know, that's all good. I'm just gonna place that barbecue outside near my house and the beach ball on the beach. Just gotta give it a little bit more aesthetic as the days go on here. Perfect. See, even just this small little thing makes the house look a little bit more lived in. Yeah, it's just a barbecue and a beach ball, but sometimes that's all it takes. So the only unfortunate thing about needing 5 more softwood to do this is the fact that because I hit every tree here, I don't have the materials to build a vaulting pole. And so I think what I have to do is I do have to go to a mystery island and just gather materials there. So I'm gonna just see, right, I'm gonna go put these things up in my home, put some stuff away so I can make room. First, I'm very interested to see what these this decor looks like. Place on wall. Okay. You know, the camouflage is so wacky, but I don't hate it. It could be worse. Well, folks, there's my house for now. Oh, how I missed the Dodo Airlines song. Do-do-do. Oh, I can't wait to get villager hunting again. Hello, Orville. It has... Boy, has it been a while. Churro Airport. I love that I named this place Churro. I still remember that they actually took out quite a few of the mystery islands too. I don't know if you all remember things like Trash Island, where, like in the name, you could only fish trash. There was also Rare Fish Island as well too. I think there was also like Hybrid Flower Island, which was a rare island as well. It's a shame they took those islands out. I wonder why they did. Go explore. If you get into trouble, ask yourself, what would dodos do? And you'll be in a holding pattern here. Go chop some trees, catch some bees. Oh. Would you look at this? Well, I thought there wasn't going to be any villagers on these islands, but hi, Celia. So it looks like you just can't ask them anything. They simply they're on some sort of trip. They didn't expect to see anybody else out here. Wait a minute. I can ask her to move to my island? Thank you for encouraging me. When I ran into you, I never expect... Wait, hold on. Do you really mean it? Wait, what? Can I actually get Celia on my island? Sure. I can't wait to start packing up for the big move. But I don't have any houses. Where are you supposed to stay? Interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna see how that goes tomorrow. But for now, I guess I should start chopping some trees like I was told to do. Well, I may have just done my first impromptu villager hunt and not even realize it. But it looks like Celia's coming to the island, which... I mean, look, she's not the worst villager ever. I do love her whole aesthetic. I think she's really cool. The thing is, for a starting island like this, I think I would have much preferred to get different species. So with the addition of Celia now, I think, it means that I'm going to have 2 birds on the island. Not a bad thing, but like I said, with this early, I'd much prefer the variety. But Celia is more than welcome on Churro. Not a problem. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. I shouldn't have done this. If I talk to someone, it's not going to help me. I'm just going to keep on running around. Maybe they won't catch up to me, but that's not going to happen. They're going to catch up right... Oh my gosh. I should just give this up. Otherwise, they'll be chasing me forever. But I really don't want to. Oh, the first wasp sting of the playthrough. Oh, hey, my first gold nugget. Awesome. Well, in my endeavor here to try and accumulate enough iron nuggets in order for me to build the shop up, how much do I have now? I have 16 currently, and I got the 3 rocks that are down here. I'm just going to pick up this golden nugget really quick so I can have a little bit of an epiphany here. I got the 3 rocks that are down here, and then unfortunately the 4th rock is up top. But the thing is, even if I were to get up there and it gave me all 9 iron nuggets in every single slot, it still wouldn't be enough. So no matter what, I'm going to have to go to another mystery island if I want to get more iron nuggets. But another thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and pick up some of these palm trees in order to take home with me. It's going to take up some inventory space. And I'm already taking a look at to see what I want to drop. I can already like get rid of some of the bugs. But the reason I want to do this is because I don't have any palm trees on my island. I don't think you start with any ever. And, you know, I would just love to have some on the island. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of let some of this stuff go. I'm going to get rid of some stuff that I'm pretty sure I gave to Blathers already in exchange for just maybe 3 to 5 of these palm trees here. And then once I get done filling up my pockets with palm trees, such a weird sentence, I will go buy another ticket, and then I will simply just go see if I can't get another 14 iron for this shop. I'm still so confused, and I still can't believe that I was able to ask Celia to come live on Churro with no houses being built. So I don't think I've ever asked a villager to move into my island this early on a new playthrough before, so I'm very curious to see then what this is going to mean. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place out some of these palm trees though, so I can definitely get them out of my pockets. What I just realized too was actually now that I've got all this stuff, I can actually just build a vaulting pole so I can get across to the other parts of my island. But that interaction with Celia was so out there and unexpected on my part that even though this is 2000, I'm gonna buy another ticket because I kind of want to go to another island and see if maybe I can run into someone else and ask them. I know that coming up soon, Tom Nook will be asking me to gather resources and materials to build 3 homes. And I know that there is a small window when those 3 homes are built where you can go out and actually villager hunt for the villagers that you want to live there. And if you don't do that, what happens is they basically just get auto-filled with random villagers. Before I would take it so seriously to the point where I would definitely go out and try to find the villagers that I want. But what I'm gonna do is, for the most part, I'm just gonna have it kind of be a little bit more natural in the sense of which villagers are coming to the island and which ones aren't. So if there's a house open, like if there's a villager that wants to move out and so on and so forth, if I have the resources to go villager hunting, I certainly will give it a shot. But if the house ends up just getting filled because I couldn't find anybody, or, you know, I forget and then it ends up getting filled that way, I'm not going to be that upset about it. All right. So the other part of this, this weeds covered island, well, it's looking like I'm going to have to go to a mystery island anyway. These rocks are not being very generous with their iron at the moment. Then I could also start digging up these fossils for blathers as well too. We just have to be mindful of my inventory space while I do this. Oh man, I have yet to be back to this part of the island, obviously. But what a great little rocky outlet here in the upper part of my island. We all have one. Some are, you know, a little bit more confined. I remember my first one, it stopped pretty much at around here. But man, this goes out pretty far. That's kind of nice. It'll make a good diving platform. Also just make for a great area to decorate as well. And unfortunately, wow, this is a nice big little rocky section as well too. I gotta say, I absolutely love and adore this this island layout thus far. And I'm very glad of all the layouts to choose where I planned on not terraforming or doing anything, that this was it, because so far I really like how everything's set up. Okay, Mystery Island number 2. Is there another villager here by chance? I see a campfire. I see... Wait, are you Bill? Or Joey? Not Bill. I love how he's wearing a diaper. And I love his thick eyebrows. I would love to have Joey on my island. Can I ask him to move in? No way. Want to come to mine? You live on Churro. Is this... Whoa. Okay, yeah, I'll be waiting for you. So I wonder if... You know how I was mentioning that you... can villager hunt before the houses get filled? Well, I'm wondering now if you can just villager hunt technically before the houses are even built. I remember that Tom Nook during the morning announcements, and I believe the morning announcements for this will happen in the next video, or the next day as well, rather. He's going to get a phone call from someone who wants to move in. And it's looking like as this playthrough goes on, the 2 people who are going to ask him thus far are going to be Celia and Joey, which is so cool. Like I said, Celia's okay. I'm very, very pleased and happy to have Joey on the island. I love his aesthetic. I think he's so funny and cool. And yeah, very excited. But rock-wise, not that this is going to be a problem, it's not looking very good for the resources. So all that means, honestly, is the fact that I get to just technically villager hunt again. So I'm going to go see who that 3rd villager is after this, as it doesn't look like I'm going to be getting to 30 iron nuggets in this island. And luckily, I have a lot of stamps to collect as well, too, so it gets me the currency that I need in order to buy all these tickets. 2,000 Nook miles. I forgot how expensive that was, honestly. So with that final rock, our total count for iron nuggets comes out to 28. That is unfortunate. I'm just going to check really quick to make sure that I can't, like, buy a ladder from Wilbur here. I don't think I can. And I don't think I can build one yet either. So I think that's pretty much it. The alternative here is I eat fruit and break the rocks that are here in the hopes that they maybe give me one on break. And I think, honestly, that's just what I'm going to do. I'm still most likely going to buy that last Nook Miles ticket so I can just see who the 3rd villager is that I would be getting on this island at the moment. But either way, I do want to do this because if I can just finish this right now, and nope. Although there's 2 more. Nah, it's definitely not happening today, or at least on this island, rather. Okay, 28 iron nuggets. Let's go check out that last mystery island, and we should be able to get all we need for the shop, finish the shop, get all we need for Blathers to finish the museum, and then do one more little villager hunt here. And while I'm here, man, the Pocket Organization Guide to increase my inventory is hefty. The tool ring is going to be very nice, and I don't have enough money to buy the proper hairstyle that I need, or the pretty good tools recipes DIYs. I bought my ticket already. I'm just going to get the tool ring. It's essential because admittedly going into my inventory all the time to constantly change what tool I have is pretty annoying. So this is definitely going to be a must for me. I should also probably get some medicine so I can stop looking so rough. On the way to the airport for this last impromptu hunt for the 3rd villager to move in, or at this point now the 5th villager total to move in, 3rd for the houses that are coming up, I'm going to go ahead and put it out in the universe and say, I would love a koala. I think the koala species are probably some of my favorite species in the game. And of course, as I mentioned before, and if you've been a fan of this channel for a while, you already know Lyman is my #1 guy. That's my #1 koala. If for whatever reason I was able to run into Lyman on this ticket, I would probably scream. But that's like 400 plus villagers. Wish me luck. And the villager that's on this island to ask is... Oh, I don't remember you. I do like the bunnies, though. Dottie. Hi, Dottie. Oh, I do like Dottie. I like the blue in the ears. And she wants to be a pop star, too. That's kind of cute. Okay. All right, well, you know, there's 10 total plots on the island. Dottie just wants to chill. I'm already down for that. There's 5 other spots, you know? And there's plenty of opportunity to get different types of villagers and more villagers. Dottie's pretty cool. And I'd rather Dottie than risk something like Patty. Sorry to all the Patty stands out there. But Dottie's not bad. Those red eyes were really creepy, though. That was kind of wild. I've never seen a villager do that with their eyes before. Yay. All right, Dottie. Yeah, call Tom Nook. Good to have you on Churro. And there you have it. So, little impromptu villager hunt there that I was kind of not expecting. As you've seen, and as I've mentioned, I didn't know that was possible. I straight up thought you could only hunt for them once you had the houses built. But I guess you can ask them to move in beforehand. So if you have any idea of starting a new playthrough or anything like that, and you haven't done that before, there you go. You now know that you can do this. Now, I obviously have all the necessary materials that I need, and I can certainly stay here longer in order to keep acquiring more. And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to catch stuff. I don't think I have a net anymore. No. I'm just going to catch stuff. Right, I have a tool ring now. What am I thinking? And basically just see if I can't start getting what I need to finish the museum. I do have a particular way that I had my tool ring set up from before. I'm trying to remember it. I think it was something like this, and then it just gets filled up with more things as I get it. So I'm gonna fish here a little bit, see if I can't catch what I need in order to get the 4 other things that Blathers needs. Well, there you have it. He needs 4 more, and I have 4 things to give him. So once I get through with all of this dialogue, we'll get into the dialogue about finally starting the museum. Now, when I did this before, I think I mentioned that I didn't complete this all in one day. I think that when I heard or saw how much he wanted, I think I just got interested in so many other things. So I'm very excited to have all of these things. Like, I don't remember having my house built day 1. I don't remember having the museum built by day 3, certainly not. But I actually don't mind having all this stuff done sooner rather than later because of all of the other stuff that I still need to unlock. I still need to unlock Harv's Island. I still need to unlock all the other NPCs on Harv's Island. There's still Captain's Island. There's, of course, Happy Home Paradise. Like, I cannot express, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, now that I've been back into this game for just the short amount of time that I have been, just how pleased I am with the amount of content that got added. I know that, like I mentioned before, yes, we got drip fed that stuff in the very beginning, and it took basically almost 1.5 to 2 whole years for this game to feel for a lot of people to be completed with all the features that it finally has in it. But admittedly, now that time has passed and we're here now, and whatever uproar or outrage people had about it has appeared to have ceased, I hope. I'm very pleased with the idea of unlocking and seeing all of the things as they start coming along, especially with, you know, the quantity that there is. We need but one more item. Will you donate it? Of course I will. But please, no presentation. He said, never would I imagine that we would get our goal accomplished on the first day. Well, that's really cool they point that out. As short-lived as this little tent was, I do love it. And I wish that it was kind of something that could become a mainstay. But the museum is where we're to go for this one. We'll see you in 2 days, Blathers. And finally, now that the museum is being built, we can give Timmy all of the materials that we need. We just need the 30 iron nuggets in order for them to start working on the shop as well too. I can't remember if I get to place the location of the shop today. If I do, that means that the shop and museum are going to be built in one day, which is awesome. 30 iron nuggets to complete the very tedious tasks that I've been given today. Yes, the honor of picking out the perfect location. The thing is, well, okay, I'm going to talk to Tom Nook after I build the shop. I can't remember at what point we get bridges. I know it's within the next few days. And so I don't think I want to place the shop in a area where I'm going to have to go use a bridge to get to it initially. And that's really only just because of the fact that if it's not tomorrow or like the next 2 days, I'm going to have to use a vaulting pole. Is that annoying? Not that much, honestly, but I don't know. It's just more tedious than it could be. And to be completely honest with you, there's like a perfectly good section right over here that isn't being used. It's not that close to my house. It's also not very far. And it's just right here near the plaza. You know what? This seems like as good a place as any. I'm not going to think too much about it. Just going to place it. You know what? Yeah, just go. This is the spot. That's it. Do it. Ah, yes. And of course, Gulliver. Well, folks, I think that's actually going to go ahead and just do it for me here for today. So many things were accomplished today. I mean, I went to so many mystery islands. I apparently have asked 3 different villagers to move on to my island. The museum is being built now. The shop is being built tomorrow. I mean, there's so much that I've done just in the second day of being on Churro. So I am going to go ahead and call it there for today's video. Obviously, there's still Gulliver that needs to be taken care of, so I'm going to go ahead and just take care of that. But for now, everybody, I just want to say thank you all so much for stopping in and hanging out with me as I continue on with my playthrough here of Churro. Still so much more work to do, so much more to see, and I'm excited for you all to come along on the journey with me. I was not intending to rhyme there. It just happened, but it was awesome. Thank you guys very much. Oh, what's up, Timmy? Please be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to take care of this guy. I'll see you later. Bye now.